What is up, everybody? I am back with another sneaker video for you guys. I know I usually do reviews and there's going to be more of those on the way, but we're kind of in this part of the year where you kind of reflect on all the stuff that you bought for the entire 12 months of the year. And honestly, if you really want to talk about it, I feel like this year was the year of the fours. We had some incredible fours come out, whether they were collabs or just general releases. And today I'm going to rank them. And we're just talking about in my personal collection, not every single four that dropped this year because I wasn't able to get every single four. So from the 5 fours that I got this year alone, I'm going to rank them 1 through 5. And you guys tell me at the end if you guys disagree, if you guys agree. I really feel like y'all are going to disagree with my 5. But honestly, let's just get into it. Now, before I even get into my 5, I do have an honorable mention. And if I actually had this honorable mention right here, it would probably be number 2 on my list. So for me, my honorable mention is the Red Thunder 4s that dropped in January, I believe. Yeah, it was January because it was my birth month. I really wanted those. I tried so hard to get them. I even contemplated getting them way beforehand on like Go or StockX. That's how bad I wanted them. But I was feeling my sneaker luck at that time on the sneakers app, and of course it failed me. It disappointed me. So I was really heartbroken about not getting those shoes for retail, and then they just shot up out of nowhere. And of course Nike does the restocks and the sneaker reserves, but I can never hit, especially since they've done that bot protection. I feel like it's made the site unbearable when those reserves happen. So nonetheless, that is my honorable mention. I feel like the anticipation, the hype around it, and like I said before in previous videos, red and black on a Jordan, especially a Jordan 4, is literally going to hit every single time. It's always going to be big. It's always going to have good resale value, even though I don't really care about that. It's just an overall beautiful shoe, and that's why it is my honorable mention. So let's get into number 5 on my list. So number 5 on my list is none other than the Jordan 4 Midnight Navy. Now, I did a review on this specific shoe, the grade school version of this shoe, on my page. And I do love this shoe, don't get me wrong. Like I said, it really reminds me of the Cement 4s, which is my absolute favorite shoe of all time. But this is something that I can pass on. Like, it's something good to have. Like, it's something basic. It goes with everything. And, you know, it's always good to have that kind of clean palette shoe. But with the 5 that I have to put this at number 5 because I don't think that it is better than any of the other 4 that I have. But I do love them. So let's get to number 4. Now, believe it or not, it's already tricky for me at number 4 because this shoe, if it was made out of a different material, would not be number 4. It would actually be higher up my list. So for the number 4 spot is the black canvas Jordan 4s. Now, when these were first announced months ago, the anticipation for it was like absurd. It was crazy. Like, even for me, like, I was like, I have to get these. I'm going to get these. I even contemplated getting these early because I just know how hard it is to get 4s and stuff, even though when you really think about it, this year was a really good year for people to cop. But nonetheless, when we found out that there was a design change, or not really necessarily a design change, but like a texture change, when they said it was going to be canvas material instead, I think that really shook up the sneaker community in terms of the demand for the shoe. Now, the demand was still fairly high, but I think that took a toll on people because a lot of people aren't too fond of canvas material. I'm not too fond of it, but it's still a good shoe to have. I mean, an all black shoe, you literally cannot pass up on an all black shoe. Of course, it has the gray detailing and the red, and it just overall reminds you of a bread 4-3. It gives you that same vibe as a bread, but it's just the canvas material is really what put it at 4 for me. So let's get to number 3. 3 and 2 were like this close for me. And I think this is where everybody's going to disagree because I think this is a hot take. I really do. But for number 3, I would put the Jordan 4 Canyon Purple. Now, when these first were discussed, and even when they first released, I was all for it. I love them. I love the material. I love the colors. I love that it does give Halloween theme. People were saying this is a Halloween themed shoe. I love all that, but some things I have to take off is the texture part because I saw a lot of people that was getting mold, a lot of moldy pairs. This is something that you can only wear in certain times. You know, if it's raining, I'm not pulling these out, or if it's a little too cold, or you know, if it's a little too muddy or too damp, I'm just not pulling these out. If it's too hot, I'm not pulling these out. So because of all the thought behind it is why I put it over, I guess, behind the next shoe. But this was almost two for me because it's just a dope shoe. Like, when you really think about, I like different stuff, so for it to be so furry, and you know, I love the softness, and I love this kind of greenish gray all around. I love the orange on the tongue. You know, it's just really festive. But because of those things as well, I have to put it at the 3 spot. So let's get to number 2. Now, for number 2, I want y'all to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this specific shoe probably had the most anticipation out of all 5 of these. Yes, even including number 1, I think that this shoe had way more anticipation, had way more people wanting to buy, had way more people, you know, ready for a restock. And I don't blame them. I mean, to get a white and black shoe, white and black and red goes crazy in the Jordan community. And to be able to have that in the form of a Jordan 4, I mean, what more can you ask for? So I'm putting the military black 4s as my number 2 pick. Love these. I actually wanted to double up on them. I didn't get it on the initial release. I actually got it from DTLR. They did a restock, and I was so happy, so grateful. I mean, I still know people right now who still want to get these, and I don't even know what the resale is, if it's even a lot, but I just know that around this time when I got them, people were going crazy for them. I love them personally. It's just, like I said, it kind of reminds me of the Midnight Navy 4s too, but this one's just cleaner. I even like this gray, the light gray part right here. This is probably my favorite part of the entire shoe. So this is my number 2 spot. Let's get to number 1. Now, if you're new to my channel, then you don't know what the number 1 spot is. But if you are a part of this channel, if you're subscribed to this channel, you know that I literally just did a review on this shoe. And you guys knew that it was going to be the number 1 pick for me. But it's definitely the Jordan 4 Amam in years, only because it just embodies a complete package of a shoe collab. Like I said before, if you guys want to watch, it'll probably be somewhere like right here, but the message, you know, the branding, the design, the texture, the detail, you know, they go all out. And what I really love, and I didn't even put this in the last video, was I really love that they went for a look that nobody was expecting. Like I said before, we saw the mock-ups, we saw what we thought the 4 would be, and they went in a completely different vision for it. You know, this is such a difficult color. It's a weird color if you really think about it. It's not your normal color, and I'm not even mad at it because all the colors on this shoe complement each other well. My only issue is the inside. Like I said before, I'm not a big fan of the quilted inside because of how it feels when I'm walking. Toe box is a little tight, but if we're just talking about the overall design and the drop, this is definitely number 1 on my list for sure. But like I said before, if I had the Red Thunders, I think this list would be completely different. I'm not sure how because I don't have them. I haven't been able to walk in them and stuff. But just off how bad I wanted them, I really think I'll put them at the number 2 spot. And, you know, just push everybody back. Possibly. I don't know. Maybe I'll get them and redo a ranking. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know what you guys would rate these 5. Or if you have more Jordans, let me know what your Jordan 4 rank list would be for 2022. And I will see y'all next time. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. And I'll see y'all next video. Peace.